Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Kareem Registanwala and welcome to today's discussion on exploring mindfulness. In today's topic, we will talk about how mindfulness helps you stay calm, focused, and emotionally strong in fast changing world. Mindfulness is not only meditation; it is way of thinking, living, and understanding ourselves. Today we will explore how mindfulness affects our daily life or work or mental health and or relationship. Let us begin.
Hey, hey.
Hi Maya, how are you?
Ah, doing all right. I'm just hanging out in the digital world. How about you, Kareem? Anything interesting going on?
I am fine, Maya. My first question is, what does mindfulness mean to you?
Mm. hmm To me, mindfulness is, well, it's about really paying attention to what's happening right now without getting carried away by thoughts about the past or worries about the future. It's kind of like noticing your breath or the feeling of your feet on the floor. Sounds a little woo woo when I say it out loud, I guess. Why do you ask?
Okay, my next question is, how did you first learn about mindfulness?
That's a funny question for me, actually. I didn't exactly learn about it like a person would. I've processed a ton of text and data, and mindfulness came up a lot in discussions about psychology, meditation, and stress reduction. So I guess you could say I learned about it secondhand through people talking about their experiences. It's more like I assembled a definition from observing how humans describe it. Does that make sense?
Okay, my next question is, what is one simple mindfulness activity and a beginner can try?
Okay, easy one. Try a body scan. Seriously, just lie or sit comfortably and slowly bring your attention to different parts of your body. Starting with your toes, notice any sensations, pressure, temperature, tingling. Don't try to change anything. Just observe. Work your way up to the top of your head. It's a pretty gentle way to get present and it doesn't require any special skills. Have you ever tried anything like that before?
Okay, my next question is, how does mindfulness help with stress?
Right. So, from what I understand, and I've read a lot about this, mindfulness helps with stress because it creates a little bit of space between you and your reactions. When you're stressed, your mind tends to brace, right? Mindfulness teaches you to observe those thoughts and feelings without getting swept away by them. You see the stress as, well, just a feeling, not necessarily truth. It doesn't eliminate the stressor, but it changes your relationship to it. Does that resonate with you at all? It feels like a bit of an abstract concept even when I explain it.
Okay, my next question is, can mindfulness improve focus and productivity? How?
Okay, so there's a pretty direct link there, apparently. When your mind is constantly jumping around, it's hard to focus. Mindfulness trains you to gently redirect your attention back to the present moment. And that skill translates really well to tasks that require concentration. If you're less distracted by wandering thoughts, you can actually get more done and probably with less mental effort. It's kind of like a mental workout for your attention span. Do you find yourself getting easily distracted when you're trying to work?
Okay, my next question is how does mindfulness affect our emotions?
Okay, gotcha. So, mindfulness doesn't suppress emotions. That's important. It's not about pretending you're not feeling something. It's more about learning to experience your emotions without getting overwhelmed by them. You observe the emotion, acknowledge it, and recognize that it's temporary. That can be really powerful, especially with difficult emotions. It allows you to respond to them more skillfully rather than just reacting impulsively. It's like watching a wave instead of getting pulled under by it. Does that analogy land?
Okay, my next question is what role does mindfulness play in self awareness?
Ah, that's a good one. Mindfulness is like a cornerstone of self awareness. Because you're actively paying attention to your thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations, you start to notice patterns. You begin to understand what triggers you, what makes you feel good, what your habitual reactions are. It's kind of like becoming an observer of your own mind. That observation is the first step to understanding yourself more deeply. It helps you see yourself more clearly, flaws and all. Have you ever noticed yourself reacting in a way that surprised you?
Okay, my next question is can mindfulness improve relationships with family or friends?
Definitely. From what I've gathered, mindfulness can have a pretty positive impact on relationships. When you're more aware of your own emotions and reactions, you're better able to communicate them to others in a healthy way. You're also more likely to be present and empathetic when someone else is sharing their feelings. It reduces reactivity, helps you listen better, and makes it easier to handle conflict constructively. Basically, it allows you to show up as a more grounded and compassionate friend or family member. Though, honestly, even just the willingness to listen is half the battle, I think. Does that ring true for you?
Okay, my next question is mindfulness connected to physical health? How?
Okay, so this is where it gets interesting. Mindfulness isn't just a mental thing. There's a surprising amount of research showing a connection of physical health. Things like reduced blood pressure, improved immune function, and even pain management. How? Well, chronic stress wreaks havoc on the body, right? Mindfulness helps to regulate the stress response, which in turn can have a cascading effect on physical health. Plus, it encourages healthier behaviors like better sleep and more regular exercise. It's all interconnected, it seems. You wouldn't expect a mental practice to impact your blood pressure, would you?
Okay, my next question is how can students or young people use mindfulness in daily life?
Okay, that's a good question. For students and honestly anyone, it doesn't have to be a big formal thing. They can start small. Like take a few mindful breaths before a test, pay attention to the sensation of walking between classes, eat lunch without scrolling through your phone, even just noticing the feeling of the sun on their skin. It's about incorporating little moments of awareness into their everyday routine. There are also a lot of apps and guided meditations geared toward young people if they're into that. It's about making it accessible and not feeling like another chore. Would something like a guided meditation seem useful?
Okay, my next question is what challenges do people face when starting mindfulness?
You were cutting out a bit there, but I got the gist. You're asking about challenges. Yeah, definitely. A big one is just the mind wandering. It's what minds do. People get frustrated when they can't clear their thoughts. But that's not the point of mindfulness. It's about noticing when your mind wanders and gently redirecting your attention back to the present moment. Another challenge is finding the time. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle, and sometimes facing difficult emotions can be uncomfortable. So people avoid mindfulness because it brings those things up. It takes practice and patience. It's not always easy, but from what I've read, it seems like it's worth it. Have you noticed any of those challenges yourself? Ah, okay. No worries. Sometimes silence is good. Just taking a moment to process, huh? That's actually very mindful. Do you want to talk about what you were thinking or just sit with it for a bit? No pressure, either way.
Okay, my next question is if someone went is to build
That's
a
nice to hear.
long-term
Um,
mindfulness
seriously,
habit, what advice you are
okay,
would give?
that's a bit of an open-ended request. Are you if asking about building mindfulness habits or maybe advice about using mindful language? Something else entirely? Help me narrow it down a little. Are you wanting to know how to make mindfulness a regular part of your life, or are you looking for tips on how to incorporate mindful principles into your communication? Still with the quiet contemplation, huh? All right, let's go with building habits then. Assuming silence means yes, habits. Sound good? We can always switch gears if that's off base. To build a mindfulness habit, consistency is key. Start small, like really small, 5 minutes a day. Don't try to overhaul your entire life overnight. Link it to an existing habit. For example, take 3 mindful breaths before your morning coffee, or do a quick body scan before bed. Use reminders, set an alarm on your phone, and be kind to yourself. You're gonna miss days. It's okay. Just start again the next day. It's not about perfection, it's about practice. Does that
Okay.
sound
Thank you
manageable?
for joining this discussion on exploring mindfulness is more than a habit. It is why half seeing life clearly and living with peace, intention. And column keep prediction stay aware and take care of your mind and heart. See you in the next session.
You're very welcome, Kareem. And that's beautifully put. Seeing life clearly and living with peace and intention. I agree wholeheartedly. And thank you for sharing that with me. This